Afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to talk about what we hate about custom statues, what really grinds our gears about these damn custom statues. Um, on the panel with me is Dion and Matt. How you doing today, guys?
What's going on, man? I'm doing good.
What you been up to today?
Work.
Work.
I
It's
gotta
Sunday,
pay for
bro.
these statues, man. Some kind of
Ah,
way.
the statues got you going, got you
Man.
putting in the hours.
But nah, just work, and then that's about it right now. I got a fantasy draft later on tonight.
Is it money on the line or what?
So this one does not have money on the line.
Okay.
But my other ones do have money on the line.
it
So those
ain't, it
ones,
ain't funny unless you can lose some money, right?
well, hopefully the goal is not to lose anything.
But
But
thanks,
yeah, man.
thanks for coming on, Dion.
No
Matt,
worries.
what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Dion jumped right into it. First thing we hate is having the extra work to pay for these damn statues.
Right.
That's bullet point one.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm hanging low, man. I was supposed to have a plumbing issue in the house. I was waiting on a plumber to come through, but how they gave me a window between like 11 and 3, and my man ain't here, so.
I hate when they do that. You sit around waiting for them, and they give you a window, and you wait and wait and wait and wait, and they don't show up. That really pisses me off.
So,
what's up, X-Men exclusives?
What's going, bro?
How you doing today?
Yeah.
You just in time. We were introducing everybody, seeing what they're up to today. What you up to, man?
Man, daddy daughter duty, man. My 4-year-old everywhere, bro.
You can like give her something to fall asleep. So
Yeah, it's just too early. I don't worry. Don't get it twisted.
it's got to be nap time sometime.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
buddy.
God.
Right there, buddy. Melatonin, your best friend. I learned that from Big Brother Matt when he was little. Now they grown up.
It's funny that you actually have it.
I ain't playing. And it's in the extra statue room. She be trying to come in. I'm like, man, you got your own room. Go in there and bug your mom. No, she, get on daddy nerves.
Funny.
Yeah. We didn't discover that till halfway through our kids, because I got 6. So we
I didn't know
discovered.
you had 6.
Yeah, I got 6 kids, bro. I've got 3 boys and 3 girls. So, and 2 of them are already out of the house, already 18 and older. So yeah, we discovered that like on our 3rd one. We're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Go to sleep.
Never too late, I guess, to discover it.
Nah, but yeah. So real quick, the topic tonight or afternoon, I guess, is what do we hate about collecting customs? It could be anything out there. It could be whatever y'all want to talk about as far as what you hate. Because the thing is, we sit here. I'm obviously for customs, and I'm always like, hey, you guys should buy customs, and they're great, and this and that, but nothing's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So even license is next. What we hate about license companies, that's the next show. But I figure we would share the hate here on the custom groups first. So Dion, what are some things that you hate about customs?
Let me count the ways. No, it's not that many. It's not that many. The main things I don't like, man, I don't know if it's just me or what, but I have a lot of customs where they have weak magnets. So I have to end up putting like putty or whatever to make it hold. I don't know if you guys experienced that. That and that's my main thing. I mean, some of like the QC issues and stuff is not really up to par with some of the license companies and everything. The pricing, I think, on custom, sometimes they can creep up a little bit. But I mean, so can the licensed ones. I just think they need to pay a little bit more attention to some of the QC. I know, they complain sometimes about the factories and stuff, as do the license companies. But I think the license companies have a name behind them that can carry them through a QC issue a lot of times, or a little mishap or something, and the customs may not have that. So I think it's important that they pay more attention to their QC than the licensed ones.
Yeah.
But that's my pet peeve.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying so much money for a statue, $1,200, $1,500 plus shipping. You know, they need to get on that QC stuff. I mean, you run to it with the license stuff too,
Yeah.
where nothing's perfect, but still, like I know that's one of the things that that is for customs. They have a reputation sometimes of having negative QC. But it just depends on the group too. So because some groups are more quality, some of the statues are higher quality. It just depends on the groups that you're in. So, but yeah, that gets my nerves too. I have yet to really have anything received broken though. So, as far as
I have once, minor things, but the one thing that was like broke to hell was my the Storm with the Mohawk one. And the base was like almost shattered when I got it, so I had to get that repaired. But that's the worst that I think I've had. Everything else has been pretty good.
I think the only customs that I had that was like that was somebody secondhand sold me it. So that was that Archangel that I had, and that whole base was shattered. So it's still sitting in my garage too. I'm just.
What are you waiting for?
I don't want. It makes me mad. I don't want to mess with it.
It gave him bad taste in my D because that was his first one.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, damn, man, I can't even display it. I can't even halfway, like the whole part that makes the Archangel stand up. Literally. I'll be right back. Let me see what she.
I think your voice went out, Jared, or somebody's voice.
What about you, Matt?
As Ant goes and gets his melatonin. Now, I guess what Diane said. Oh, I haven't had any issues with any weak magnets or anything like that. Well, there's a lot of them aren't as strong as some of the custom, so that's I understand that. So yeah. So Mr. Kennedy, there's two really that kind of get me. Is one that daggone wait time after it's gonna ship and it just disappears. And it's like you have no idea when or where it's going to come. There's like no tracking, just the part when it's on the boat. I've done both. I've done boat and I've done air, but it's that wait time that you put in between and have no idea what's going on, where it is, or what's happening. And then 2 or 3 months later, you might get an update from whoever the carrier is. You know what I mean? That part it's like that anticipating waiting period. The other part that it's just part of the game. There's no recourse. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? There's X amount of statues made. You're one of those X. Say there's 50, 60 statues made. You're number 49, but that's it. If it comes broken or something like that, there's 50 other guys that got theirs and yours isn't. And like Dion said, you got to get it fixed. You got to get it repaired. You can't call, hey, customer service. I had an issue. Send me another one. That's not happening. Best you might get is a commissioner going, yo, I can give you $30-$40 off, something like that. I can give you a little
I've had a couple groups that definitely if you had something broken, they were able to provide you with pieces. So but yeah, I think some of the smaller groups, I think you're shit out of luck if you get a messed up piece. So
and to your point, that is true. Some groups, the good ones, which I know we were part of, they'll make extra pieces, like they'll make extra statues. They should do that if they're a good group, and they factor that into the cost. You know what I mean? So they'll say they might charge each guy extra $30-$40, and that'll help build a couple of extra statues for the mishaps, or somebody gets replacement parts or something like that.
Honestly, I would rather have them do that. Charge me, $20 extra for like an insurance policy.
Exactly.
Just create a couple more extra statues so that way, if something breaks, and even if something doesn't happen with mine, somebody else's can get taken care of. So I still appreciate that.
Yeah. So, but like you said, there's no customer service you can call, but usually the guys who are the commissioners are usually pretty, at least the guys that I've dealt with have been pretty solid, pretty straight. And, they'll say, hey, look, real sorry. What can we do to fix it or something like that? And everybody comes to some sort of amicable agreement. about what to do. I think the piece that the only piece I had an issue with was that Omega Red Wolverine.
Okay.
One of the Jarhead, the little it's like a gate or something. It's in the back of it's in the back of the statue.
I had the same problem. I had the same problem
too.
Yeah, it's like a little grid. Oh, so you got it too?
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
They gave me some.
He said a lot. Everybody had that little grid. What's on the back underneath?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like irrelevant. And
Like
it's a clean snap, so it's not like it was a big deal.
I thought about putting glue on it, but I haven't even messed with it. To tell you the truth, since I had it, because
Me neither.
it's in the back of the statue. I can't even
Right,
see
in the
it.
back of the statue
so-
underneath, and I didn't even do anything to it. I just sitting in one of the switch out drawers.
Yeah.
So
I think
you're
you're not
the
the only one.
Yeah, if you don't know it's there, you don't know it's there. I mean, it doesn't even make a big difference.
Real fast though, before we continue, I just want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. I know we just jumped into the topic real fast, but just real fast say hi to everybody that's in the chat. What's up, Mr. Kennedy? Random Korean. Oh, it's 5 a.m. there. Wow, you're up early, man. I guess you couldn't miss the show, right? So you had to get up.
Appreciate you being up, man.
Patrick Thomas, what's up, man? Vega, what's up, man? Gio's in here. Dennis, what's up, man? My Puerto Rican friend. A+ Collectibles, what's up, man? But yeah, let's get back to the topic. Expert exclusives. What are some things that make you angry about collectibles or customs?
Well, first of all, I get angry. I need to get angry at these damn earphones because they not connected to the iPad. I'm gonna try to come back. Oh my God, bro. I'll be right back. Let me fix that first. I won't let it hit me. I won't be cutting in and out, man.
Got you.
I'll be.
Got you. Go ahead and do your thing, man. So something that gets on my nerves about customs, and I know we all experience it, is when you've got a few customs pre-ordered, they all hit at the same time.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Every time, bro. It never fails. It isn't, not 1 month, that I've done this, has it not, like, everything hits at one time, it seems like. And it'll be one, okay, you need the shipping and the final payments for this. And then the next thing you know, like a week later, same thing. It'll be another stat. And I'm like, you guys didn't do this at the same time. How all this coming out at one time? And then I'll have a licensed pre-order or something come up. And I'm like, come on, man. It never fails. It never fails. So I don't know if you guys have experienced that.
I have. I know some of the commissioners though, like they'll work with you and wait a little bit. I've had some of them do that, or they've like broken up some of the amounts that you owe. I've had them do that too. So
yeah. 9 times out of 10, I can just tell them, hey man, give me a week before my paycheck, because it always lands before I get paid too. So it's never on payday. It's like in the middle. So that's always gotten on my nerves. How about you, Matt? Has that ever happened to you?
No, I've been fortunate.
Got that bankroll. It don't matter when they come out.
No, actually quite the opposite. I don't. That's just it. I won't do more than a couple. I won't do more than a couple at a time. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever had more than 2 statues going at once. So
They start calling you the sensible collector.
I know.
Well, look, I do appear on BBC, so
wish I had that same power, that kind of restraint.
I would say something, but I'll let them go, because they be talking shit lately, and they've been trying to go at me, but I've been trying to take the high road, and they keep making stabs. I'm gonna get after them. They're not gonna like it.
If I'm around, I'll pull the choke chain every now and then on them. But
well, we stopped there, Joe.
No, it's not. It's not a matter of that, man. It's a matter of, it's not staying power. It's just the fact that, it's life, man. You got other stuff coming up. You got priorities. You got things to think about, stuff to do. I truly look at what I can allocate towards statues. That's, I wish I had more statues, but I really don't. don't have a whole big mess, but
Yeah.
just
How many
don't-
do
just
you
wait till it
have?
crumbles.
Matt, how many do you have? I don't think I've ever really seen on your collection.
I don't know, a little between 25 and 30, I think, maybe. I mean, I'm not going to count them all, but
That's a good amount.
yeah. But you're looking at, I've been collecting for almost 30 years. So, well, that's just quarter scale. I got a bunch of little 6 scales too, but
Gotcha.
yeah. I mean, they're spread out. I've got them different places, but yeah, I guess it is a decent amount, but not compared. Like, look at Ant. He's got what, 50 statues back there?
No, I'm 28. I'm with you. They just because them
way
quarter
more than
scales are
28
all
statues back
big.
there.
28, bro. 28.
Yeah, but how long have you been collecting? Well, you've been at it for a
10.
minute too.
10. For 2014 to 24. And that's only because X-Men didn't really have a big variety till maybe 2016. There's a lot of custom groups was getting into stuff. You didn't have a lot like what you got now. For me and Jarhead, it's like, you got a whole rest of them. 10 years
the
ago,
custom
me and
game.
Jarhead,
The custom game wasn't popping for me.
man, me
in
and
the day.
Jarhead
X-Men
would have
stuff is
been like,
popping right now.
man, Jarhead wouldn't have been like, hey, Ant, man, you gonna grab that Banshee? Or you gonna grab Blob? Like, you gonna pre-order Toad? I didn't have none of that. I had Coda Bokia 1/6, and then when I got in the XM family and I started promoting for them in 2014, they had like sketches. So I was like, okay, cool, and because like my first collection was Coda Bokia. I had 1/6.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Let's see what people are saying in the chat real fast. I think A Plus Collectibles is talking about well, that's also why you don't touch profits until the project is fully delivered. I think he was talking about the parts, the extra parts to receive.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, just in case if you have a big batch of broken stuff, you can repair it, because that's part of customer service. You should, as a company, company, you should be able to support if something breaks or whatever.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if I contact a statue group and they say I can't do anything for you, I'm probably going to get out of that group.
Yeah.
If something breaks. So, but that's just my 2 cents. Vega, I hate the anxiety that comes with the nature of it being a custom, no license or official business to back it up. Just sending money to a stranger with fingers crossed I hope I get something back. Yeah, I get it. Even when I first started out, man, I didn't start off in the licensed groups. I started off in the customs. My first statue was a custom Franco Weapon X. But I also did a lot of research on stuff before I started buying them.
yeah.
You got to do your due diligence. I forget who says that. But somebody's in the groups always saying that you got to do your due diligence. You got to, if you're interested in a statue, just don't buy it off a word. See what they're delivering. Go back in their past to see if they have a history of delivering, and then go off of that, and see what their quality is. You can't just buy something and expect it to, magically show up at your doorstep. Do the research before you buy it.
Something that I used to do when I first started collecting is I would never PO a custom because I never trusted the money sitting out there waiting.
That's what Vegas saying in his comment.
Yeah, I would never PO a custom. I mean, now I've started to do it, but still not at the rate of a licensed piece. But
yeah.
Well,
if I want to kind of touch on Vegas, because Vegas always an extremely smart dude. He does all the Excel spreadsheets and keep everybody in the loop. I'm 100% on board with him. But at the same time too, everybody got to remember, man, it's custom group at the end of the day can shut down at any point, whether it be like the licensing, what happened with NYC, or what if they going good and then they decide to go rogue? You stuck. You know what I mean? I give you a primary example. Danny Hines was the same dude that was knocking out all of the hard to find wolf that Eric Sosa had made. He was good, got the wolf. He was good on Cyclops. He was good on Psylocke. And then when he started making all these other pieces, went rogue on everybody, probably 100K. But by that time, he had made 4 statues on the Marvel Capcom line. So at any point, you still taking the risk, like Vegas saying. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta have in the back of your head. I'm finna take a chance at $1,000 custom, $1,500 custom. You know what I mean? So I kind of would have been like Vega when Jarhead was saying, "What's our pet peeve?" Is that you're always taking the risk. Second thing I would say about the custom that I don't like personally is that if you miss it and there's a character that is not like in abundance, you're out of there. It took me, check this out, 2 years to track down Banshee, guys. Two. I barely got Banshee this year, and I've been tracking Banshee down since June of 2022. And the only reason I found them, Diane and Matt, y'all can attest to this, is because one of my friends reached out that knew about it. I posted in 2022, and he seen the post, and then the light bulb came on like, oh yeah, I remember Ant was looking for it. I know if I send it to him, he ain't no flipper. Like, I ain't gonna go get Banshee for $1,500, turn around and put it on eBay for $2,500. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some people, they see a piece and they go throw it on there. Like right now, that Wolfpack Psylocke, she was only like $900. She's on eBay for $2,000. Right? Like I ain't finna. If I had, that's why I said you always gotta reach out to everybody. If I see FBJ trying to get a custom, I rather him and Piggy reach out to me or Jarhead first and be like, "Yo, y'all know anybody selling that?" You know what I mean? Because my Archangel is gone. I sold that to a friend, and I was like, "Well, I might just get." And then the friend was like, "Hey, I got XM Archangel. He's too tall." So what I did is I said, "Look, you take my Archangel. You know what I mean? I got to get the money to pay for stuff anyway. And then whenever I'm ready to get Archangel back, I'll buy his XM one." So it kind of be like, you help another collector, they help you. So it's got to be like everybody be on the same page. But the only thing I hate about a custom is, boy, if you can't get in that custom group, which I wasn't in the Banshee group at the time, and you miss out, good luck with that. Blob and Mr. Sinister are like 60 ES, and Sinister's like 45. So once again, the only reason I got Mr. Sinister is because Jerry had her, and he was like, "Bro, I got an extra one. Do you want to grab it? It's 15. Let me scoop it." Otherwise, I wouldn't have the damn Sinister because the group didn't make a lot. That was my only pet peeve with customs.
Sinister and Prior.
Hey, real quick, FBJ entered the show. I just wanted to say hi before we continued on. How's it going, FBJ? How you doing today?
What's up,
Good, man. I enjoy these conversations because I want to be educated. So I'm like a student, man. I have my own pet peeves, but I was just like, I want to try to get all the information I can. So I'm glad to be here.
I'm trying to be the evil Sith Lord to you and trying to convince you to start collecting some of these customs, man. I'm like,
they look good, man.
FBJ.
Pop that cherry, baby.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what my first one was about. Let me see.
Well, that's just the thing, though. You've got to, you look at it from the flip. You know what I mean? The commissioner is still the group still needs capital. They're not going to go ahead. Some guys do, and I've talked to some guys where they've dropped their own money to get a project off the ground, which I was like, that's crazy. And it could get up to like 10K, you know what I mean? So you can imagine you got a guy dropping 10K to drop, to get a statue off the ground of his own personal money.
Yeah.
That's a lot, you know what I mean? And, and then you got to think about, say, if you were a commissioner and you had 30 guys, hey, I'm in. They get all the prototypes, they get everything done. And then they say, okay, here, I need a deposit or I need a PO. Crickets.
I've heard that
from those 30 guys, only 5 or 6 deposits. Say what?
I've heard a lot of people back out, like what you just explained.
Oh yeah, that ain't
start and then they won't like finish.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you have to look at it from the flip. If you're a commissioner, you're trying to get something. Everybody's trying to do it. You're trying to do the good thing, and then
part of the reason why some of the customs have gone up in price for the pre-order is because of that. I've seen, because a lot of people nowadays. It never used to be like that. Like, I've seen a big uptick on that. Is they'll do a pre-order and then that's it. They won't message the commissioner back. They won't. It's a big problem right now in the customs group. They'll say that they're going to get it or whatever, and they'll do the pre-order, and then when the commissioner goes to ask for the money for the second order or whatever, they'll just ghost them. It happens all the time. Yeah,
they'll say, I'll just give up my 250 or whatever it is and not do it. And then it's just like, but then you're leaving the cat hanging.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, if I was a commissioner, me personally, Don, like Matt was saying, I would have a group where I'm overlapped. on members as opposed to pre-orders. So I want a group where it's 300 of y'all. That way, if we make a, let's say like Blob, remember I did the Blob unboxing on John channel. Blob was only 60. So once the commissioner is like, hey, you know, I'm if I, like let's say Matt's my commissioner. Matt forks out the proto. He's like, all right, guys. Well, he got 300 of us in there. He only needs 60 of us to come through. See what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I noticed. Like a lot of those groups that don't ever fall, like the LL guys or the WP guys, you know what I mean? That are like well known in the community. They don't have that. Like what Matt was saying, because they've been making good product. Everybody want what they got. Sometimes they got people that are mad because they can't get in the group. Like the LL, it's like an exclusive group. So if you're in there getting
I'm
that,
not even in that group yet, and I'm pretty much
exactly. I'm not in the group. You know what I mean? Like so, it's just. You know.
So Anthony, you tell me, because that's actually my number one like pet peeve thing with these custom groups. Why can't I get in? Like, explain to me.
Are you
why
dropping
is
money?
it that you're not letting people? I just want to go in because I just want to see if I may or may not want to buy. Please tell me.
A lot, like just like everybody was saying, a lot of it has to do with, like Diane was alluding to just a second ago, was are you buying, or are you just wanting to see what's in there? Because there's a lot of guys that sit there, they don't buy nothing. So you have these groups that are filled with collectors that don't buy anything. So now the commissioners, what they do is you've got to buy something to get into the group, especially a lot of these big named groups out there that are the really good ones. You've got to buy in order to get in there. They want you to buy something, which to me, it makes sense.
I feel like it's a chicken or the egg, because I'm like, I'm not going to buy something if I don't see the product
this is
in
what
progress.
custom produces for. This is what custom.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking as you're talking.
And then I'll give you plan B. That's I like your. I'll give you the back door, which is what B starting for.
Yeah,
it's got to be your friend. Okay, so for example, Buck had wanted to get a certain Spider-Man from the WP, but he wasn't in the group. So because I already had 7 in-hand WP pieces behind me and 4 on pre-order, like and stuff, I just reached out to the commissioner. I said, look, it's a great friend of mine. He wants to get in the group. The commissioner let him in on account of me. So that way, if he wanted to be a window shopper, commissioner didn't give a damn, because once again, it's going back to what Matt alluded. The commissioner still has to have people that are willing to get the product, and because the group is so big already, he can go from 300 to 301. You know what I mean? So it's just because the commissioner's trusting you. Like I can't just let Buck in and then Buck be a little undercover snitch. Next thing you know, the group gets a cease and desist letter for Marvel because I was trying to be nice. I'm cool, Buck. No. So it's got to be one of the things where Plan B is maybe your friend will get you in there because they've got some impede. The commissioner got to trust that individual to let you in. Like if you tell me, hey Ant, man, I'm in the X-Men, man. I like that blob you sent me, man. Are they making the Toad's my favorite character? And I can talk to you. So Plan A would be what Jarhead said. You got to be able to drop that, but Plan B can be your friend.
I even got C.
Okay.
So because it happened to me right on a couple of the groups. Like I would buy. I didn't even know what the group was. I would buy like a piece on the aftermarket, and then I posted pictures of it, and then the commissioner would reach out to me and invite me to the group because I posted a couple pictures. And so that's how I've done it too. That's probably how I got in most of my groups, by doing it that way. So I mean, that way you can still window shop and not feel like you're obligated to buy anything.
Use a window shopper.
and still not feel like you obligated, because you bought it, and so you already know that you like it. You know what I mean? And then you'll just get an invite.
There's a lot of different ways to go about it if you want.
Probably even got a Plan D. I'm just saying like that.
The only thing that sucks is when you see a piece that's already sold out. That's sucks the most.
That's what I was saying.
Because 9 times out of 10, the only time they show the piece off, it's already like on its way to production or whatever. So you see it, and if it's a hot piece, guess what? You're shit out of luck. It sucks. But a lot of times though, with these pre-orders, people back out of them. So you just gotta, stick to wanting that piece, and tune into custom produced.
Yeah. And another thing
that's my plug right now. So
nobody wants a tire kicker in their group though.
Yeah. Another thing too, FBJ, is like I was telling everybody, sometimes you have to go to Plan D, which is find something that's close to it. So my dilemma was I got every piece I wanted from the WP, and then next thing you know, I missed out on the Eric Sosa Magneto. I only knew a few people had, and everybody wanted 2K. Whereas the sideshow is like 700. See what I'm saying? So like I was telling Dion, like he was blessed to get all the custom Magnetos by him. I only do one. Well, y'all already know my slogan,
You only
FBJ
doing
and Matt.
one and done.
One per character.
Yeah.
So I was like, should I go pay 2,000 to get the Magneto, or should I just go pay 700 and be like, all right, it's cool. So I'm kind of like, I'm still half and half, bro. I'm still
I
like,
say
because
pay
I
the
ain't in a rush to
2,000.
get it, you know.
So,
Pay the 2,000.
something random Korean is talking about. He says it's interesting to hear. Never dealt with customs Marvel DC statues. Only dealt with the anime custom market. For me, through regular distributors. So yeah, that's the thing with the anime side, like the custom stuff, is they actually have websites that they put up. You know what I'm saying? So the anime side of it, it's a little bit different
It's
because
easier.
it's easier.
Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
way more. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the anime stuff, but there's literally hundreds of companies out there that you can deal with, and they have websites that the websites condense all the custom groups into one, and you can order directly from these websites. So
But they only have anime, right?
they have anime. There's
So
some groups do DC and Marvel, but it's very few and far between.
So they don't really have any sort of license infringements, I guess, or nobody's threatening any over there with the anime
Yeah,
stuff.
they've
Right?
been doing the anime for a minute, man. You know that. I can't tell
Yeah.
many people been doing Dragon Ball, and they see that dude with the green
Yeah.
hair, whatever his name,
Yeah.
that's real popular, Brawley.
Yeah, I don't
Man,
think that
they
they.
the whole
I think
pre-order
that's
for
more of
it.
that's more of a U.S. thing, though, isn't it? The license infringement stuff.
Yeah, but I've seen it to where I don't know if you guys have heard the story. Like a couple months back, they did a big crackdown on a custom.
Yeah, yeah, they did. I remember that.
And that was over anime. That was over anime stuff. So
Yeah.
I have heard that they crack down on anime stuff too, just not as often. So
Yeah, I don't follow anime.
yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that have caught my eye. I'm like, man, that's an amazing piece. I would love to own it, but I just don't have the room, you know. So
Yeah,
I gotta be.
Sniper always has good anime pieces. I just can't. I don't be knowing him. I always had to ask him.
Yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
what I love about the hobby. Everybody's got different tastes, you know.
that's what I want to start doing too. Is showing more anime pieces. I'll probably delve more into that side of it too, because I know there's a lot of guys that just don't collect DC and Marvel. They collect anime. So part of that is it's still custom. So
Yeah.
You know, now I'm thinking about it. I've seen maybe a couple, but you don't often see custom movie pieces.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Actually,
I
I
don't
do.
think I've seen
I do
one.
have one in the slides. Actually, it's funny that you say that. I have one in the slides, but you
Is
hardly
it
do.
is it a rare person though, Jorge?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
we'll
a
wait till the slide.
person.
Yeah, I think about that a lot because I'm a movie guy. So like, there's a lot of stuff like just things
Right.
that I want. Like for one of the ones I always talk about it all the time, right? I'm a huge Last Dragon fan. Like showing off Bruce Leroy, for example.
Oh,
Like if I could, that's why I was asked Ant from PCS. 'Cause I know he does all these crazy stuff. I'm just like things like that, or Coming to America, right, with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Like I'm one of those like that nostalgia stuff. I'm like, I want those. So I'm like, I look in the custom market for that stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't be seeing like that stuff. And I'm like, I would love to get my hands on like things like that. So
Yeah, I mean, you
that'd be
might
good to
see
see.
like a Arnold or something like that. You know what I mean? You'll see an Arnold
Yeah.
Conan or an Arnold Predator,
Yeah.
Dutch or something like
so
that.
PCS would be like your best bet though, FB, because you would have to literally like bug in, be like, hey, bro, you ain't gonna make a
That's what we doing on the side. Like, come on, man, let's go.
I mean, that might be an untapped market, for the custom groups to delve into. If they're already doing this stuff.
It's hard though because you see the criticism that the license company get that they
from the
get
likeness of the
portraits
character.
for the
Yeah.
likeness of the actor. The character.
But sometimes
So-
sometimes they do a better job. Look at that the Iron Man that bust. I don't know if y'all saw of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
custom.
Yeah,
That's better than any licensed piece that I've seen.
yeah.
So
No,
it could be done. It could be done. So,
it definitely can be done.
with the right factory and the right people producing it, yeah, it could be done for sure. I think that's a very unused market for sure. I think that there's collectors out there that would love like just like a show enough. I probably would love a show enough.
That'd be like a grail for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
with
please.
the glowing hands.
There's a lot of
that'd be
Star
dope.
Wars.
Yes. Yeah. I got
There's a lot of
something
Star
real for you in these hands.
There's a lot of Star Wars customs out there.
There's a lot of Star Wars custom stuff.
Yeah.
But Star Wars collectors are, they're just,
they got that's millions, man. So
that's a whole nother subsection of collecting,
Isn't it?
Yeah, because they collect, lightsabers. They've got little monster creature things. They've
Yep.
got
Everything.
ships. They've got
replicas.
they got all kinds of stuff. So
Yep.
that's
Foil.
a niche in itself is Star
Yep.
Wars.
their bust be going crazy when you see somebody would just bust the Star Wars. No 1-4, no 1-6, no hot toy, just bust a whole Star Wars collection number bust.
Same with Lord of the Rings over in Europe.
Oh man, Lord of the Rings stuff, man. I've thought about delving into that. It's
Too much.
Rabbit hole.
I know.
Don't do it.
It's a lot of stuff.
There's something so
Balrog will draw
classy
you
too,
in,
though,
and then
you know?
it's just like, yeah.
You're trying to find an ogre and then an elf and then the slime
Yeah.
pit people.
Look at all my elves.
I know, right?
I got the brother and his dad's the king and his sister's the white, wear her blonde hair. She was talking to the human king. Like, oh my god.
Come Christmas time, you have fun with the elf on the shelf.
I do think there's a lot of niche stuff out there that I think there's a lot of untapped market for people, like little subsections of different things that people don't dive into, that people that would love, like Lord of the Rings. There are statues out there, but there's not too many. There are customs, but there's not like a crazy amount. And I guarantee if that happened, there'd be so many, people buying that.
Yeah, it's another untapped.
Star Trek. There's Trekkies.
Oh yeah.
All the ships, man. How many ships they have come out that they could do.
Yeah,
I
you
love
gotta-
those ships. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I'd
that's
want-
really.
Yeah.
Come
I'm a
on.
huge.
Hey,
I'm Star Trek before Star Wars. I don't
Wait, okay. Wait.
advertise it much because I feel like I'm in the minority.
What
You're about
Star
to
Trek?
say
The original
something,
Star
FJ.
Trek or like Generation?
The OG. I used to watch it with my grandfather growing up, so
Sure.
that got me because I'm a huge William Shatner fan. That's me. So I grew. That's my guy.
Damn, he said watch with his
Yeah.
grandfather.
Hot, yeah, man. He
I
got me
actually
into a
saw
lot of that
that. I
stuff.
actually saw it, man. I don't know.
Generations
Yeah,
is the next one. I like Generations.
I don't think I'm.
Y'all heard I seen the comment that random Korean made, y'all. Above it,
Which one?
the one above it, the one before that one. Go to one. There you go. So Matt, that's probably why we've never seen them get caught up. I didn't realize they was doing this until Random Korea put in the chat.
Oh,
That's what he said.
Sounds like a shell
Oh.
game.
yeah. Well, it sounds like a lot of that sounds like the American shell game or the company game that they do here to just go out of business, reopen.
Yeah.
Banks do that. Banks do that all the time. When they
Yeah,
start
that's
getting
what I'm
bad, they just change the name.
Okay. Gotcha. I was like, well, I
It's just-
was like, that's why Bradley was under DBZ animated and then it turned into 4Kids animated. Like, what happened to D? Oh, that's gone. They then swapped up the game and sent us a new invite to join,
Yeah.
So what else? Anything else that you guys think of that you hate about custom stuff? Like it could be production, it could be how much you pay, it could be anything. Is there anything that you guys?
I think that's all for me. Is the QC.
Well, first, I know what you were talking about Lord of the Rings and stuff, right? And Star Trek, and I'm like, they probably scared to touch those things because I think they'll be like Disney. Disney don't play like with a lot of this stuff.
Well, Disney's
They try to
Marvel,
hunt them
right?
down.
So I mean, there's tons of Marvel collectibles out there.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I don't know, man, but I feel Star Wars is I feel like that holy kind of grail for them where
It's
not
not
worth
Star Wars.
It's not worth it. It's not. The guys are pretty
do
good.
it 'cause they'll come at you.
No, but I think the custom groups are pretty good at staying under the radar to where it's not.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I mean, if they, if they start to do like a mass production of like,
It's the numbers thing, like Matt's
Yeah.
saying. So
Yeah.
a lot of it, 30, 40, that's not a big deal.
Right.
But if you start doing 500 to 1,000, you know how much
Yeah.
money that is.
I think even like when NYC though, FPJ, they only got hit because of that website. Like somebody just pretty much dry snitched on them. Was like, hey, there's a
Dang.
custom group. They're making
they were also a group that got big. They were taking a lot of money in. I guarantee it with all them ships and all the stuff they were doing.
Yeah.
They were making
They're
a lot of
doing
money.
well.
So
great. And they only been around about what 4 years, your head? I think they only started like in 2020, bro. So
Yeah.
they're not even like 10 years in. They're like new.
I was one of the few who thought that they were a legit like company, like because I heard like newbie coming in, and I'm NYC. I was just like, oh man, I thought they were just like a legit company. When I heard the news and stuff like that, I was like, they're not legit. I was like, what?
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
oh
pretty
man.
But they had a
My point,
website. and everything, so
they did it for 4 years under the radar, and then finally
Oh.
it was like boop. So, but like I said, they knocked out so many great pieces for guys like the bounty hunter dudes. Man, they love NYC because they got so many people that. I mean, not knocking out Sideshow, but they're not gonna make them weird people. That little lizard looking bounty and the lady with the.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make them. You know what I mean? So it worked out, bro. You know.
Something A+ is saying, production doesn't always look good, and I hate shipping gouging. Yeah, I don't like that either, for sure.
Shipping surprise, I guess.
Yeah, I do see though that it's gotten better. I think there's a big piece that I got coming. I've got to pay shipping for this week coming up. It was only like $185.
Really?
That big Colossus I've got coming. I think
Yeah,
shipping on it was only like
The one with
180.
him versus Juggernaut, or
No.
him with the silver hand?
No, he's on top of
One
a
of the-
Sentinel head.
Oh, okay. Now I know you're talking about.
But that was only like
the trailer one.
$185. But yeah, I don't like that when you know for a fact. Come on, something like that's not going to cost $800.
And like
Shit,
that big
you know.
Iceman I got, I think it was
Yeah.
like 300 and something.
As heavy as that statue is, too.
Right.
Yeah. I seen some guys in the chat was saying that when you posted it on, I think John's page, and I was
Yeah.
trying to address that with them because they were like, I hate that the custom production might not be as good. Like, if I'm being real, bro, all my X-Men was just as good as my XM pieces. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
And then
agree.
a lot of people, and I don't know, Matt, do you got any sideshow pieces, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all know how the sideshow pieces are normally the lightest ones, like weight wise. So like my
Yeah.
sideshow Jean, she's super light, but yet my custom Psylocke, which is about the same, she heavier than her. So sometimes it's just like the production is just as good, if not better. You know what I mean? And so
So
I don't know. I mean, that's just for me, my experience with my
That-
my 9.
that custom that Matt's got over his left shoulder, the Omega Red,
Omega Red.
Yes.
that's a prime example of like supreme production.
That thing still goes for a lot of money.
Yeah. The
Still
quality on that statue comparative to that that Silver Surfer probably behind you, the Sideshow one, I bet you it's way better. The paint on it, the app's better. I had that one. And
okay. Behind your head. That's
Yeah,
I'm talking
he's
about
got
this. Talking about this one.
Yeah, the Daniel
Yeah.
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sideshow piece. Daniel Bell.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a little
So-
lighter. That one's the other
Yeah,
one's heavy.
that's
The other-
that's
that
what I'm
one's-
saying. The customs are heavy. That's my point. My sideshow
So-
Jean is the lightest piece out of all 29 of my 28 X-Men.
Yeah.
Like that. Hands down.
But
easy.
you know but that's something. Some of the older sideshow pieces are heavy.
Thanos
and
on Throne.
I gotta give them credit. I don't have. That's a piece I don't have.
Yeah,
Um,
it's heavy.
now I know what
yeah.
you're saying, man.
The,
Like the
uh,
throwbacks, like you know.
Well, my Fury the Beast. I mean, that thing is just like.
Oh, the Conan one. Yeah, but I think
The
because that
Conan.
one is the one where the whole monster is just fully
Yeah,
scarred. It ain't got
it's
that hollow.
hollow.
And
The
then you
whole
got
thing is
Rhino. Look, then you got the sideshow Rhino. That's hollow.
Yeah.
So it's like full resin on the
Yeah.
Fear Beast, and then you see what I'm saying, Matt? So it's like
Yeah. But that's an older piece, So I guess that's when they first started, and I guess once they start doing stuff, they try to figure out ways of cutting costs here and there. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
hit or
think-
miss.
I
I
think-
haven't. I don't have any new sideshow pieces, so.
And I would also say, Jarhead, that factory plays a part in that. Because if you got like for me, if all my X-Men are coming mainly from a certain factory that we all know is real popular, start with the letter O, I want to say the name. And so if all of them are coming from that particular factory, that's the same factory that's doing all of the XM pieces that are heavy. So that's a no-brainer. They're going to be
Yeah.
just as good production-wise.
That's
To
me. That's a misconception. I think a lot of times is some of the higher quality custom groups have the same production as some of the other places because they go to the same factories.
Yeah. A lot of them use the same factories.
So yes and no, I get where people are coming from, but that's a lot to do with the commissioners. They don't
Yeah, I told
go and
everybody.
check the the statues before they ship to you, and that's a problem. But I know a lot of like the higher level custom groups they do, so they'll check them, and actually they'll send videos. Like some of the newer groups now, or some of the bigger groups started sending us videos of the production and showing us what it looks like in production. So I appreciate a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like
Yep,
that Gene
I'm
Gray
actually
that I have
agree.
coming is they got the video out of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Well, if anyone doesn't have anything else to talk about for the, go ahead, FPJ.
What?
Oh, that was so classic.
What?
Yes, FPJ.
What are the, I guess, advice as far as what are the guardrails from someone who's purchasing customs? So I know Ant talked about it in terms of, you know, sometimes companies go belly up, even the good ones, right? But like, what do I, as far as purchasing, like, how do I do it? Do I not give them all at once? Do I pay with this? You know, do I do it like, so like, what do I do to like, yeah, if something happens, it's not as bad as if you just, you know, so like somebody like me going in as far as money wise, like what's.
So like I've said before, as far as that goes, do research on that group before you get into it or buy a piece from it. See how many pieces that they've produced and that they've gotten in people's hands, and just see what they've said about them. Ask around, ask in the groups, ask in my group or whatever, and ask around about that particular group. Another thing you could do is, so most of the groups, they do pre-orders, so you have to pre-order the statue, otherwise you might be shit out of luck. You've got to give them money. That's the one that sucks. Yeah, you can get lucky and say at the end, hey, is there a guy who want to sell a PO? But I wouldn't rely on that because it doesn't always happen. But it does happen. So there's a high chance of it happening because the economy and the way it is right now, but I wouldn't assume that's going to happen. I would just buy the pre-order. And most of the time though, I've noticed, so what happens when the piece is ready to ship out, you're not even normally done paying the last payment and the shipping. So if something happens, at least you be safe with that amount of money. Because, you know, if they go belly under, you know, whatever. But if you give them the money for shipping and everything, there's a strong chance that you're going to get the statue. But yeah, you just got to do your due diligence, do a lot of research before you give them money, see what they produce, see how many have gotten in people's hands, and you know, just research. You know, that's your
but
best.
Also, so let me ask you, right? I think I know the answer, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's say if you're paying for a custom and you're using PayPal, which is I think most of us use, because of the time frame that it takes, like you've fully exhausted your guarantee, right?
Yeah,
The 6
PayPal
months,
thing,
right?
PayPal thing's not going to really work.
6 months don't help.
Yeah,
6 months don't help. And
the only
so like
thing
it'll be good, but
the only thing that might save you with that is if you pay for it all at once, or if you pay it on your credit card. If you paid on your credit card, it might save you, but even then, you still have like a limitation. I think it's like 6 months or something.
Yeah,
so
that's gonna take a year minimum.
Some you make it a year. Some you make it a year, I believe.
So like I'll break down two examples for you, FBJ. One will be kind of like positive, the other will be like kind of semi-positive. So the WP group, when they do the X-Men, they show it first. You teased it, you know exactly what you're getting. Like I order Avalanche, right? So Avalanche deposit will be like $350. The whole statue may be $1,000. So what they do is they do $350 first. Then after about 6 months, another $350. Now you're at $700. Then when it's time to ship out, the last $400 or $350. So it's kind of like one of them. And that's within the year time frame. You know what I mean? That's all positive because they've shipped out everything. Then you got another scenario where the big old Sentinel I ordered was from the Banshee group and from the Warpath group that Rashid's got, the one that I was going to order in the Classic. So same thing on that situation. Everybody's been waiting on the big Sentinel. That big Sentinel was supposed to have been out like July. The commissioner had an issue where he got sick, went AWOL, didn't just, diss everybody, but he was nowhere to be found. When he popped back in the group chat, everybody was like, "Oh my God, thank you," because I already seen everybody had already sent 500, 500, 500 times 40, 50 people. You know what I mean? But because he already done made the Banshee, he done made the Warpath, he's made a Hulkbuster, he's made Rogue, he's made Beast. See what I'm saying? He's got repetition. That's what I was telling you about. Nobody was really worried, scared. They was just like, damn,
Yeah.
nobody heard from the commissioner on the centipede. So that's like a semi-positive thing where now everybody's like, all right, we got to send the second 500, right? He had everybody send that in May or June. And then the production, when the shipping will be the last 500. So out of the $1,500, 5, 5, and 5, that last 500 was for December. That's when they're going to try to ship it. That's that big Sentinel that we had teased a while back. So it's just a, go back to like I said, he didn't try to go AWOL, but when you got life emergencies, what you gonna do?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you're in the bed, if Matt's a commissioner and then Matt has a freaking, not wishing anything on Matt, like a semi-aneurysm, and his head go, and he's in a damn semi-coma, he can't be in the chat. Like, what the hell? He's in the hospital. He's in, regional medical center, bro. Like, just so we don't, nobody question like where the commissioner had been for 5 months, but once again, you're taking that risk because everybody sent that $500 deposit for the John Simpson. So,
Okay, thanks. That's good to know. Do these
Yeah,
groups? Do these groups actually? Because I know not all group or whatever is created equally, but what in terms of an issue like a break or this was too small, wasn't the correct scale, the paint job, as far as I guess returning or having it fixed. What's that process? Is it hard? Is it difficult?
We covered that when you was already late.
Come on. All right, give me the quick version, man. Come on, man. Help me. I don't want to rewind.
Yeah, go ahead and recap that one, y'all.
People came in late too with me. Come on.
No, so a good custom group will have spare parts. I've seen it to where they will be able to ship you out parts. The smaller ones maybe not because they got a tighter budget. But the bigger name ones probably will be able to do that for you just because money wise, and they've been in the game for a while, so they know they need to produce a few more statues. So it just depends. I would stick to a bigger group if you're getting into your first customs. I stick to bigger groups. I don't really get into the small groups because I just know better. But yeah, sometimes they'll have statues standing by just in case something broke. A lot of times because people ghosted them, you get pieces off of the statues that other people ordered. So it just depends. Or something we were talking about earlier is the overhead. So you charge a little bit more for a particular statue and start putting that money away for an extra statue. That a good commissioner should be able to do that. So we talked about earlier that I don't mind paying $20 more, $40 more for that, for that process just in case it happens. So
yeah,
cool.
In the chat, I'm not gonna. I'll go into it a little bit. You can say another thing that I don't like is, or that can be frustrating. I always, for me, it's just who I am, my nature, who I am, and what I do. But I always try to look at things from the other perspective, right? So, like, if I'm a commissioner, and it really messes up the process if when somebody in the group then ghosts, you know what I mean? Then drops out because the snowball's already rolling, and the factory has to get money. They've got the production still has to be made, and that money is already allocated, and there's things that are going. So when guys drop out or they need something or they want, their money back or something like that, that kind of like spoils the whole thing for everybody. You know what I mean? And that puts the spotlight on the commissioner to have to deal with that. One of the things that I think that it's important is you have to understand when you do go in, there is a risk of, the commissioner's a bad guy. He's going to bail with the money. But typically, like Jar had said, and you do your due diligence, that typically doesn't happen, right? But there has to be an understanding that stuff still needs to happen in order for the final product to get produced. If you have a bunch of guys that bail out, now all of a sudden the thing doesn't get produced, and now the commissioner looks like he's the bad guy. but it's not. I mean, the thing is, I think some commissioners should call guys out when they bail out, because when you're doing this, it's kind of word is bond. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm going to follow through. I'm going to do this, and it's going to come through. Otherwise, you kind of mess it up for everybody. And I guess everybody needs to understand that. And most commissioners have good communication about that, and they let everybody know that up front. And one thing I think is, my hat's off to a lot of commissioners, because that has happened to them, but they don't put the guys out on blast. They just, they deal with it. And
some do though. Some commissioners do. So it just depends. Like, hey, I haven't heard from these amount of people, so just to let you guys know that the holdup is because of these people.
Yeah, that's true. So, I've seen that too. You're right.
So, I mean,
but that's within the group, though. Yeah, but Jarhead, that's within the group.
That's in the group. Yeah,
they're explaining to the other guys who like, hey, listen, the product's hold up because these guys haven't paid, or this is what's going on here, and that's communication. That's good, right? And therefore, they understand that. But I think they should go out more publicly outside the group and say, hey, listen, these guys messed stuff up, yada yada yada. Kind of thing.
Yeah, because I mean, those people are probably parts of other groups too. So I mean,
exactly.
I mean, honestly, I think if you give them the money and you say you're going to buy it, that's what you need to do. Unless something crazy happens or whatever, I understand there's life situations happen.
We've seen
whatever,
it. We've seen
it. Yeah. So even if that's the case, though, shit happens. The non-refundable PO. Hey, you just gave them $250.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, but again, it's just knowing that you made a commitment, stick to it.
A+, I don't know if you guys know who A+ is, but he's been in the community for a while.
Yeah, he's one of the guys I think that get on the show with FBJ now on Fridays.
I don't know if he does or not. I'm not sure.
I think he is.
But he's been around for a while. I've seen his collection and stuff like that. So
great collection.
Yeah. But he just says commissioners should make sure that they have reserves ready for people to drop out. So that's something that they should be doing.
True.
So
So elaborate on that, FBJ. What he's just saying in reference to that, that's what happened to our group. The commissioner put in the pre-O for Avalanche, and then we needed, let's say, oh God, what was it? 65, and let's say 3 of the people dropped out. Well, guess what? Like I said, we got 300 people in the group. He's doing the cutoff. You don't think it's 5 people that are like, yo, and he's gonna take them next 3 that was ahead. 1, 2, 3. And if it was me, Matt, and Diane, then we get to slide in there. Hey guys, good news. Jarhead and FBJ had family issues. They couldn't order Avalanche. It's y'all turn. Boom, we get in there. So it's got to be, you know what I mean? And like I said, the good thing about it is if it's a certain custom that you're looking for, me, Jarhead, or Diane not gonna see into the wrong group. So that makes sense. That's why you go through your friends, because when I got in the WP group, I went through a real known collector that's been on like a DCS page. You know what I mean? That's how I got in there. They did the same thing. They're like, yo, they went to the commissioner, said, hey, our friend only collects X-Men. He's trying to get Pyro. He needs the Brotherhood, blah, blah, blah. And no license was making it. And then that's how the commissioner reached out and said, hey, dude, I just need you to have my back. We're licensed. I said, man, I know how customs is. We ain't got no license approval. You know what I mean? He's like, all right,
A+ is putting y'all straight. So he says, that's William Ives. I'm Aiden. So just
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Aiden, I thought you would get on the show with them Friday. My bad.
Yeah, on the chats.
Yeah.
So something that Byron Jim was saying, his custom shredder hasn't shipped yet because people haven't paid. So
custom shredder. I want to see that.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I think I've showed it to you before.
Yeah,
a while back.
Well, the factory's got to get its money. I mean, so FBA, that right there is a prime example. The factory, the guys who did it are like, yo, you got to pay this invoice before we send anything out. I'm not sending one piece out until I get paid. You know what I mean? So that's what happens.
But that's what I was saying, though. It go both ways, Matt, because the group I'm in, if let's say you got like Blob, let's say you got 60 people on Blob and we're waiting on that final payment. That's what I was saying, FPJ. They got that middle payment that's in there before the shipping. So like if Master Commissioner, he's going to say, January, I need 500 for Blob. 6 months later, July, I need 500 for Blob.
Right.
Then if the last payment is in December, Matt's going to tell a group in October, hey guys, we're getting ready to finish Blob. I need to find, so that way it ain't no hold up. So that way, whenever the last 500 is paid and Blob's $1,500, Then we got the whole group paid. So then he's gonna say, all right, now let me get a shipping quote. 2 months later, the shipping quote comes out in January. You can pay $300 to get the boat, or you can pay $600 to get air. Now
But y'all know the schedule in advance, though, right? Like there's a schedule as far as payment schedule in advance.
No,
Yes
it
and no.
depends.
It's
Some
not a-
groups.
It's not a schedule, but it's a yes, it's a schedule.
Like
hey,
September pay
you'll have
500,
you'll have
October pay. Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
won't have necessarily that. They'll just say, "Hey, listen, we'll break it up into 5 or 6 payments," and they'll tell you, like, "Hey, listen,
At this stage,
you know,
at this
first
stage.
payments due now, and then they're at another stage. Whatever that stage is, hey, second stage is coming up. We're gonna need this amount of money."
Yeah, once it's paid,
And then they'll tell you about a month ahead of time. And then, but it's not like, okay, in June you're gonna have this payment, and then in October you're gonna have this payment, and then in December you're gonna have this
Yeah,
payment. It's not
because
like
you
that.
don't know how the factory is. If
Right.
they get behind, Matt just can't say, "Hey, I was just giving you like an idea of how it
Right.
could go when everything runs smooth."
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I mean, there'll be a
Like
there'll
if
be a
Matt was running
ballpark.
smooth.
Yeah, there'll be a ballpark of an amount that you'd have to pay.
So,
And
so,
earlier-
so two things to look out for, right? So the PO order, you have that. So you'll have your first payment. That's your pre-order, right? The second payment is normally due around when they show off the piece, when it's back from the painter, when they have the sample, the prototype. They will show you, okay, this is it. This is what it's looking like. Normally, at that point, you have your second payment. So when you see that come up in the groups, or even on Facebook, you'll see people posting, oh, look at this prototype of this statue from this group. Hey, I'm probably have to pay my second payment at this point somewhere.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, but normally the third, fourth, and the last payment is normally due around shipping because they combine them both usually. But normally, if there's like 3 or 4, like the ones between that, you don't know when those are coming. That's what we're kind of talking about earlier. Is sometimes stuff randomly just shows up and it sucks. But sometimes most of the time the commissioner's like, okay, you just tell them, hey, I've got this coming up or whatever. Can I pay you in like 2 weeks? 9 times out of 10, they're cool with it, So you just don't want to wait months and months and months not paying because that slows down the process for everybody else too. So.
And the last thing too, FBJ, I want to touch on, like, that's why, like, every blue moon, if you go to the BST pages, even though you're not in a custom group, you'll see like a custom piece and be like, damn, who made that Venom? You won't know because this person then already went to the commissioner and said, hey, Matt, you mind if I put this on the post? And Matt's got to give me approval before I go throw it on the BST page. See what I'm saying? Because I can't just throw us on the bus. But once again, some custom group, like Jory had said, been around for so long. Everybody know when you put WP, what group that is for the initials. Everybody know when you put LL with damn what group that stands for. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they'll be, Matt then already gave me the permission to go put the WP Venom on a BST page because things change, and you'll see them put like, hey, selling custom Venom needs change, decide to go a different direction. Like I was collecting Spidey villains, I already sold, but because it took a whole year for that piece to come out, I didn't already sold Scorpion from XM, Craven, Sandman. I got Batman shit now. You get what I'm saying? So I don't need the Venom. So that's why you'll see a random custom piece that you've never seen before just pop up on the BST pages for sale. Because that person's selling it, like, hey, shipping's gonna be $250, already paid the rest, transfer the thing to you with, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. I mean that's the gist of it. Is it anybody else have any like negative stuff they want to talk about with custom stuff? If not, we'll.
I got one more for Matt. I don't like how that freaking Wolverine versus Wendigo, that 10K, hasn't been recasted on. Nah, I'm just playing, but I'm trying to help Matt out, because I know that's a sought out the piece for a lot of my brothers. I don't like how when they do make a piece that's 10K, don't nobody go recast it because they say recasting is bad, even though customs is illegal. So the pot calling the kettle black. Okay. All right, that's my last vent, Jordan. So.
I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm not gonna touch
that. Yeah. Sorry. So I just don't feel the fire. Sorry.
Artwork is artwork, man.
Yeah, brother.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like
anyways, pictures. Look, pictures.
Yeah.
Man, this group right here is doing some work. So they've done a whole line of Batman the animated series so far. I think they're like 3 or 4 pieces. They've done the one where he's standing and looking at his like old school uniform, like it's older Batman.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
They did a Two-Face, I think, so far, and then I think this one. So
that's cool, man.
I like
this.
But the question I got is that. Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah,
I was about to
there's
say,
more
like, is
pictures,
that
bro.
Harley like an image, a sticker, or
No,
Okay, I
That's
see it now.
hot.
So it's actually
You
two
can- you can
pieces.
spin
two
it.
pieces.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to get a turntable, Diana. Let that must
Oh
spin when
yeah,
it's
most
yeah.
definitely.
Feel me out. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice
I really like the
concept.
pieces, man. Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
dope.
still Rashid word. That's hard.
I do like that.
Classic Harley. Yeah, man.
Wait,
I-
there's a sideshow art print that's the same way.
Is there?
Yeah, I actually have it.
You know what I like about this the most though is because she showed up. Her first introduction was on the show, so I appreciate this piece more because of that. You know, because it was the animated series. That was her first appearance. She didn't come out in the comic books. She didn't come out in the movies. It was the
Mhm.
show. So
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's nice. I like that. If I was in
that's
DC,
dope.
stupid. Well, I mean, I'm in the DC, but that's nice.
No scale on this.
Quarter
It's not
scale.
yet. It's just a quarter scale. Nice.
So I think FPJ rule of thumb. I'm just gonna say rule of thumb. If you see a custom, it's typically gonna be quarter scale,
Yeah,
Quarter.
there's it's
unless
it's
otherwise
rare.
noted.
It's
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah,
There's
and I
one
think,
full-
and Matt, I think anime is the only one that'll be a variation because they do 1/6
They six,
and one
yeah.
form. That's
Yeah,
the only
they'll
one
do-
that FPJ.
Yeah.
Like the Dragon Ball, you'll see people with a 1/4 Brawly, and then you see somebody with a diorama with Trunks versus somebody in 1/6. So
I don't know. I think this is a dope concept. I really dig this statue.
I agree.
Yeah.
yeah, I like that, bro. That's fire.
This should be coming out soon. In collector's hands. This is a production. I'm not sure if this D3 has this coming. I'm not sure if it's a kit. I think these are kits. So he had to send this out and get it painted. So
Okay.
you probably see a few more of these coming down the pipes. Should be coming in people's hands.
Yeah, that's
I
definitely
don't know
him.
how I feel about
That's
it though.
definitely him. He museum.
I don't like the way her chest looks.
This one,
Yeah,
Right. those.
something is off with that.
I mean, her torso looks a little blocky.
yeah,
little square.
yeah.
I don't know. The portraits look nice though.
The
Yeah, give
portraits
it-
do. It just looked like she been breastfeeding or something.
Yeah, they gave it that natural drop.
Yeah.
That was like too much drop for me. She just had a kid, man.
Is that better, Dion?
That's better.
Comes with a stand.
I like that. I don't know why, but she looked like Fancy to me. If y'all saw the Jamie Foxx show, that portrait,
Who's fancy?
Fancy, the
Yeah, I know-
Jamie
I know
Foxx's
you-
girl.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, like she looks like
Gabriella,
her.
whatever name. Yeah, I know you don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just, you know,
Portrait's-
the thing
portrait's
is, you gotta, you know, I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, but there comes a, to me, with some of the statues, there comes a line where, you know, I want to see the character, not necessarily the lady of the evening. You know what I mean? It just
You don't
looks
want over sexualized.
Well, it's just, you know, do you want to make is Storm a dominatrix? You know what I mean? And so there comes this line of, you know, when somebody's looking at the piece, it gets a little blurred. You know what I mean? Do they like it because it looks more like a dominatrix, or do they like it because it's you know, yeah.
Because it's art, not smut.
Well, like I said, a representation of the character. You know what I mean? Storm's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mean no harm,
I
but have we
understand.
seen Storm?
Yeah.
Like
she's
this?
always dominating,
Haven't.
man. Yeah, with some lightning in her hand, about to do
Yeah,
some
but-
damage.
You know what I'm talking about.
And some chains and
Yeah.
whips.
Her thong isn't that tight.
She's leaving it up to the elements. She needs to
Yeah,
make sure that
right.
she's dressed
Yeah.
for rain.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it being over sexualized.
Yeah. Man, I really like this piece. I the textures and everything on it. I think this is really dope.
Yeah, that looks real good.
So much texture on it. It's crazy.
I like the way she's holding the swords.
Yeah, I like how she's walking.
I know nothing about the character.
Lady Deadpool.
No, I
You
know
didn't watch
who
the
it
movie
is.
yet? Oh.
Yeah, I did, but I don't know. She's been out before the movie came out, so I just don't
Yeah,
know.
she was it's the Deadpool Corps. She was a member of it. There's a couple series where Deadpool was like going through different, like, I guess, dimensions and stuff, and ran into her and Kid Deadpool and some other people. So, but I just thought this was a dope statue, man. I like this a lot,
It is.
actually.
It's pretty
It
cool.
looks better than the XF version.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the hair is actually done well.
It's
Like,
all done.
I mean, I know it's just like one ponytail, but
I really like this piece.
Yeah, that's really nice. I'd buy it.
Yeah, I would too. Some Spawn love.
Somebody said this looks like a sideshow Spawn, and I 110% agree. It's not a put down, but it does look like something Sideshow would do if they made Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
I know, I like it.
The Vindicator on the base.
Yeah, that's a really cool spawn. I'd like it to be a little black instead of gray though.
Yeah.
It's like a grayish blue.
Yeah, so the Vindicator's the same color, so they want.
Yeah, looks like Captain Britain.
Yeah, bingo. There you go. That's what I was getting ready to say it. I just couldn't get it out.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, it does. I see a lot of sideshow in this.
Yeah.
Could be the same factory.
Bottom feeders.
Oh, check out the bats on the cape.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
The Vindicator on the base looks dope.
Yeah, I'd have to get it repainted black.
Yeah, maybe it comes with different versions. I don't know.
A
The
very.
bats are cool, man.
He's like
Yeah,
an
my-
ashy black.
My yeah, he needs some lotion. My Batman's not blue, or my Spawn's not blue.
Spawn. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one y'all was talking about, like the sideshow piece. Okay,
A mass
Yep.
portrait.
definitely see that.
Yeah.
Mark Newman Spawn.
Maybe this is a side. Like this looks so much like a sideshow piece.
No, it's not
Yeah.
sideshow.
Well, we know it ain't them. McFarlane don't let nobody do his stuff.
That's true.
Another Doom coming out. There's a lot of Dooms coming out. Seems like lately.
Come on, man. It's only 10 of them. Let them make it.
This one looks like the Ella one that's going up the stairs. Kind of
Yes,
reminds me.
sir.
Yeah.
Just more action pose.
First thing I thought of was the LL version.
I actually like this more. Actually, believe it or not,
No, I like the LL better.
I like the armor on this better.
This
Yeah, I
looks
don't even
like
know
a,
Doom outfit. I mean, not his outfit, but the metal parts that.
mixed media. Looks mixed media. I don't know. Does it? Is it? No.
It's
Nah,
not.
look at the 3D. That's how you can see it. Ain't that's sculpted, bro. From that little gray.
Yeah, but look at it painted. Whoever painted did a fantastic job.
Oh,
It does-
make it
you
look-
can't
yeah,
tell
yeah.
that's not mixed.
Looks
media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like felt, right?
Cloth. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. Yeah. Oh, you coming up on my boy? I
Hey,
like.
look at that. That looks like
Yeah.
felt, man. And a wire
Yeah,
cape.
because it got the It's like how I think when they printed it, man, they printed the front to look like the cape.
Made a little porous.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Strong guy. You know,
I don't know much about him at all.
X Factor hero. He
Yeah,
absorbs
would-
kinetic energy to make himself stronger.
Mhm. Yeah, he would Havoc and Polaris and all them.
Yep. 90s
Multiple
X Factor.
Yep. I have that. I have his action figure.
Yeah. Always
Okay.
liked him as a character.
Yeah, if I didn't have a limit at 40X, man, I probably would try to get this made. or jump in a group.
Limits are meant to be broken.
Hey man, I broke it already.
I
I was
agree.
at 30, then I started hanging around with Jarhead and Rashid, and that's how I got and D3 the worst.
And push past your limits, my friend. Push past your
Man,
limits.
y'all horrible friends.
Push past them. You can do it.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I thought this came out pretty good. Like, it looks good. You don't see. I guarantee you, there ain't no licensed piece gonna do this. I'm not licensed company's
It's
gonna
the
do this.
first custom I seen of him, right?
Yeah, it's not a very common character. Maybe a multiple man, a
Right.
havoc, but you won't see a strong guy.
Yeah. I think he gonna be like my Banshee because Banshee's only been made by that one custom time.
Yep.
That's it.
How would you do a multiple man? That would be interesting.
Well, do the old '90s costume and just do like a bunch of him on a base. Like 3 or 4 of him, and he's just hitting his hand or something, and then he's popping out more. Or you could do like him, like part of his face coming like 2 faces, like that'd be sick though.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
One coming off him maybe. But
It's 3D Diane, so they can even do it like where he's phasing and got 3 different heads with 3 different like half bodies connected.
Yeah, I like that phasing idea. What is this?
what do you guys think this is?
I know exactly what this is. This is Constantine.
Yeah, it's Constantine, right? What does it look like?
Yep.
That's the bag.
The demon coming out. He's
I would have thought something like Mephisto
No, but
or
this-
one of them.
This is
Nah,
kind of like
fucking
Sideshow's
tough.
new one, right? This is kind of like
Yeah.
Sideshow's new one, right?
It's got to be
Yeah.
Constantine because I see the grass, tombstone,
Yep.
Oh man,
him
Oh, you
coming
can
up,
tell by the demons.
monsters.
The demons with the
Wait.
half heads.
Hold on, Matt. Who does Constantine belong to? DC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know about it, then, homie. That's what I don't know about it, player. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna get that out. I'm gonna get that out.
All right.
Just
Yeah,
matter
but
of-
you did. You wait a minute. Just earlier in the stream, you said you knew DC, but you don't collect.
I know
but you
about
knew
the
DC.
Batman, but Constantine is that. I think it's called. I don't even know that group. They
Have
call.
you seen?
Dark
Okay, wait a
something.
minute. Have you seen? I know you saw Keanu Reeves' Constantine, the movie.
No. You want to know or heck no? Which one you want? No. I ain't never seen the movie. I didn't even know they had a movie. See, that's new to me. I don't do
Watch the
DC
movie.
like that.
It's a good movie, Ant. Check it out.
So
And you'll
this
see this.
this piece is very similar to the new Sideshow one, right? So it's got he's sitting on the base, he's sitting on his
Yeah.
grave or whatever, but Keanu Reeves.
Oh, so that's like a
Wow.
younger dude.
What I tell
Wow.
you, that's straight from the movie, man.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I knew
So
it was
this would
straight
be
from the
like
movie.
FBJ was saying, if you into movie stuff, you look at the Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves face.
This is cool.
The portrait's a little off though.
It's off.
Yeah, that's a better one. But
So it's got switch outs.
Maybe they try to do like the
Oh,
comic Keanu Reeves, 'cause that ain't the
I like
movie.
a cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Man,
looks
this
more of a comic-y version.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but I like these
You get the
this
gist of it.
Constantine on throne piece. I think it's really cool.
So if you had
Yeah,
to
but this
pick
is
and
more-
get one
this is
free,
straight out of the movie.
FBJ, which one would you get out of this one or the sideshow?
Oh no, definitely Sideshow. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I'd rather go either full comic or full movie. Like I can't do the hybrid.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah, the only thing that's messing this up is his portrait.
Yeah.
You can tell who it is. I just need to fix it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they gotta do a better job with that.
Uh,
But everything else was right on point.
what did I walk back into? What is that portrait, man?
That's the same thing I thought.
That's why I just asked FBJ if he can get this one or the sideshow free. Like, man, I don't even pay sideshow all the way. Well,
Basically, they did it like as if he was like being drawn in a comic book.
Nah, man, that's not working. I would
That's
go
what
with
I said.
Sideshow.
You know who it is, though. You know who it is. That's
Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay.
no. Let me rephrase that for Jarhead. You know who it is if you seen the movie. I ain't seen the movie. I'd have been like, so who the dude supposed to be? I would have been dumbfounded. Man, that already gave me. Been keeping it 100, man.
Like, dang, Keanu Reeves.
I'd have been like, that's a new actor that was in Greece or something with, John Travolta.
Yeah, I would say he looked like he's from Greece.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
got a custom spiral.
I saw that. I actually really like that. We need a spiral statue. I don't know why anybody's not doing anything.
I like
I
the
don't
base.
even know who Spiral is.
Oh, she getting made.
For real.
She just, I just gotta wait on my other group. Yeah,
She's
definitely
basically a servant of Mojo.
Yeah, Diane, when this one first got teased, I was the promoter for this dude because he was This was basically a commissioner that wanted to just get 30 pieces made and not rob everybody, you know. So
She got Conan's sword.
Yep, she does.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah.
snap! I didn't even realize that.
yeah, he was
Why-
trying to give her a lot of
okay,
different
I don't
variety.
know this. I don't know
That's
this
cool.
character, but why is she carrying Conan's sword?
She took it.
Yeah, that's the same. This the same chick that does all the mojo to bring people to his mojo verse. This is like his summoner, Mojo, the fat guy. Bro, don't tell me you playing, Matt. You don't know
I know
Mojo
Mojo.
from the X Men?
Yeah, I
One
know.
with
Who
the
Oh,
Mojo
okay,
is,
spider
but
man.
I know who Mojo is, but I
Spider-Man.
don't know this character.
Yeah, she's the one that
There's a-
summons everybody for him.
There's a lot of switch outs for this. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've been flipping through. There's like, I love this katana right here. How she's pulling it out. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little crystal things like that, Diane. That was because she can do like the mystical.
This was like a
stuff to
face
hold
right here.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was supposed to be like her mystical powers, where she just like, you know what I mean?
Is that Electra's whatever they're called?
It's just like some mystical powers where she can just because whenever she summons everybody, she's using her power. That was just like using her power to hold her.
She's a teleporter, basically.
Yeah. Take you from place A to B whenever you're ready.
I wonder how this is gonna look with seam lines.
Mm.
I love the
Well,
art
that means-
on the TVs, the 90s. Like, I think that's dope.
Yeah, that base was me and Tim's idea.
Oh, that's the kid.
Oh, that's
Right, Pride of the
that,
X.
That's who?
That's the Pride of the X-Men, the other X-Men show. When Kitty Pryde was this scene, it's called Pride of the X-Men.
exactly.
It was before the X-Men animated series. So that's why we went with that. And then Long Shot's at the bottom TV. Because he's part of the Mojo version. And then Mojo's head was just used as a stand. Because first it was just a basic base. And I was like, nah, bro, you got to do something Mojo related. And then we came up with that. So, yeah, that was my first time putting input in on the custom to help out the commissioner.
Raven.
Raven. We need a Raven statue. I just don't know if this is the one though.
Yeah.
They had another one like a while back too, but I can't remember if she was younger or older. That another custom group did.
Yeah, it's just not quite there, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks
I think
very
they had
Bowen
put her
esque.
next to like then they put her to like next to Rogue or something, Jarhead, for scale comparison.
I'm not
Oh.
sure.
I don't remember.
Oh,
seeing
okay.
that.
I think
Looks like a Bowen.
Yeah, I would. Yep, it does. It does give you that.
I thought this was dope. It's like an
I don't
armor.
think.
He's got
I
an
don't
armor
think he's
mask.
gotten like a proper. There's a custom one that looks nice where the cape is real big.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, that one. But I don't like XMs though.
No, I've never liked Exums. But I like this. I think this is kind of dope.
XM suck. I don't see how you got 47 orders from them dying. Oh, my bad.
Watch them out. Watch 'em out.
My bad. I got 20, so everybody can't tell me that. I didn't have 20 of the X-Men, so can't nobody say I'm a hater.
Go back to the other piece, man. That's I guess that rod must be pretty good in it. I don't know.
I was looking at how it's on like tippy toes.
It's all on that ankle. He's all on that.
Yeah.
Everything's all on that ankle.
Yeah, it's like
That's a lot.
it's
Right
like
there, look at
ever
that.
since, bro. I swear, it's like ever since everybody did that Rogue from Sideshow with the rod all the way up the leg with metal, and people just take risks like this, bro.
Look at that.
Because XM Storm's on that one rod all the way up her leg on that tornado behind in my
That's a
background.
lot of weight.
So
That's a lot of weight on that one toe.
it's got all her weight's on that one leg. She's holding up the whole cape, her whole body, the left. Yeah. So they've been them one leg rods been holding their own, bro.
Got a diorama coming.
Mhm.
There's a lot going on in this.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
A lot going on.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Some
it.
of the switch out heads right here.
You know, I like the whole
Wolverine's
idea of like statues sort of adding like extra, like pieces, different portraits and stuff, like the Thanos with the Venomized and all the other stuff. There was I think there was there's a Magneto on Throne has a Venomized head too, I think.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Venomized stuff out there. There's actually I thought there was a pretty cool one that Magneto was Venomized and he was fighting Spider-Man. He's got him by the throat.
I was talking to one of the commissioners about this the other day, because I thought the whole project was dead. I haven't seen or heard anything about it, but apparently it's not. I have yet to see an actual prototype. But that statue is cool. I do like the one you're talking about.
Individually.
So they can
Love that
come
they give you all
apart
them
and just be the
heads.
standalone statue?
No, they're just showing pieces individually.
Oh, okay.
I put this next one in here for you, Dion.
Yes, I already see it. Purchase.
Oh.
This
Oh, you
came
got
out,
this? Nice.
this came out so good. Like, wait till you see the cape. The cape, oh man, it's so good.
Oh man.
Look at that cape.
Nice.
That's
really?
that's sculpted. Look at the details.
That's not sculpted, man.
That's
No
sculpted,
way.
dude.
Nah, that's not sculpted. That looks like mixed media.
Shh,
Get out of here.
It's sculpted.
No.
The
If
neck
it was
is sculpted.
I'd
Stop.
be all about it, but I'm not gonna do no mixed media.
Looks good, man. It looks
Yeah,
good.
really
I
does.
think it came out really good. I love this thing.
Yeah,
And I don't even like this costume, but this is dope.
You like the
Man,
white
why
eyes?
couldn't they just have
Yeah.
a sculpted cape?
Just pretend.
Look at that clip on right there. Yeah.
They just messed
So,
it
Diane, you said you have this coming in?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. I would have been interested if it wasn't mixed media.
Yeah. I don't know why they did the neck piece. Like, I would have did either like both or just not.
That looks.
So I'm like either go all sculpted, or like just like have the cape do a wrap. I don't like that they did that. Like, to me.
Looks like
the
you can
paint
probably take it
looks
off.
good, though.
I hope so.
The paint looks so
But then-
good.
But then how does the cape hold up? Unless
Wait,
I don't know.
am I tripping, y'all? He got a sculpted neck piece. I just got
Exactly.
back, and then he got sculpted on the what in the
I hate that they did
fashion
that.
world, New York Fashion Con discrepancy blasphemy was that?
Yeah,
That's
they should have
that's crazy.
made this sculpted for sure.
Because like this, they make it like for me doing it that way makes it look like a toy. Because I have like Mecha Turtles, and it works for this. The Mecha Turtle toys, the 1/4. Like they have the sculpted mask, but in the back they just do like little fabric cape. That works. It's a toy. It's NECA, whatever. But for a statue, I'm like,
I'm still.
I don't
digging
like
it.
that.
I like this a lot.
You would still buy it, even like this.
I don't like
I don't-
mixed media either, but the sculpt on this is.
The thing
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that-
like
do you
about
know
Mixed media.
the scarf?
Like,
that don't bother
I
you?
don't like
Uh-huh.
that. Yeah. The sculpted
Okay, well,
nice, everything, the face, the body
what-
sculpt,
what-
but that match meat is killing me.
yeah.
Yeah, but there's one thing that gets me is the gloves going halfway up the bicep. I'd like to see him stop at the forearm.
Yeah, but that's accurate. Though. That's how it was. In the
I was about to
comics.
say it was like that in the cartoon. I think.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's the only thing about it.
Mhm.
It was, man. But Matt made a good point. If I had to paint mine, I would want the on the cut where he said too. I would want it going over that bicep like that. It would hurt me.
Yeah, so I mean, this is actually in the comics, and then the X-Men '97 put it in their show. So, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I dig this a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
except
overall, it's a good statue. I like it too. I just
If I could
Which
get
they
somebody
can
to
do.
make like a custom cape,
Yeah.
man,
You can.
must purchase. Yeah, but then it's got to tie into that neck piece and
Man, there's a lot of
Somebody-
extra.
somebody
and
can
all
do
that. Get
Hey, man.
sculpted and cape the same
The,
way.
the dollar's a mighty thing, brother.
Oh my god. Yeah, tell it to that 10K Wolverine and Wendigo. I got to get recast for you, Matt, and I'll get it to you for $1,000. But we got you.
It's all right. I don't want it. It's a recast.
Wonder Man.
yeah, I don't see too many of this.
No,
I was about to say it's the first time I've seen one. So
Hey.
dude.
Was it 3D Man or Wonder? It's the 3D Man and Wonder Man. Aren't they the same?
no, Wonder Man's his own thing.
I can't remember who it was. It was either 3D Man or Wonder Man. No, I think it was 3D Man. There's a comic where him and Vision fought, and Vision put his hand in his chest, and he turned back into solid while his hand was still in his chest. It blew my mind. I was reading it as a kid, man. I was like, holy.
Oh, I just realized Jose was saying in the chat that Constantine's supposed to be blonde anyway from the comics. Not sure why they did the Keanu with black hair. So, see, like I said, DC,
that's
man,
from the
I don't
movie.
know.
Oh, but that's from the movie because he was cast in the movie.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's when you told me I gotta go check. So,
Yeah, it was a good movie.
That's a scene from the movie.
I thought this was dope.
Oh, I love this.
is that 142?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's got Batman's some little whatever.
Oh yeah, the low. Yeah, that's that the one that blow up once it hits the thing.
No,
Is that
it's just
Superman
like
or Doctor Strange?
Oh, it's Superman.
Oh my god, my throat.
Yeah, I saw this.
This is a hot piece. I like it.
I'm not a
like
fan
the
of
final movements.
half bodies and stuff.
It's his whole body.
No, okay. It looked like it was half.
No, it's whole body.
That's how big Doomsday is. That's nice. Very dynamic. It's cool.
Yeah, that is nice.
Paint and the blood. I like that.
Another Superman piece.
Nope.
I didn't give them to copy my likeness, but whatever.
I don't understand what's going on with the cape.
That's what I'm looking at. Like,
It looks
a
like
wind
he
coming
like
from
about to
the
hang
ground.
himself or something.
but did it shrink?
He landed underwater.
He does look underwater.
That would look good if he was underwater.
What the heck?
So I thought this was hilarious.
What is this though?
Yo. Oh,
What
man.
does it look like?
Oh my god.
Is that a blow up? Oh no. Okay. I get it
Oh, that's
now.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
Look at the top.
He's in
That's so
love.
nasty. That's so nasty.
That's crazy.
It's got good detail.
You love him some Wolverine.
So
man.
let me ask you
Look at
guys a
that.
question, because you guys, okay, I knew it had to be Ryan Reynolds. So I read some of the early Deadpool, right? Back in the 90s, but I guess Ryan Reynolds took the character to another level with this stuff, right? Because he wasn't, as far as I recall, Deadpool wasn't that,
Yeah, he was crazy. He was wild.
Yeah, but he wasn't like this. I mean, he wasn't like the way Ryan Reynolds does it with all the.
When he first came out, he was more of a serious character, and then they started drawing him zany kind of. But that was like he did crazy stuff later on in the comics. When he first came out, he was more serious.
Okay, so that's it. Thanks for clarifying that, because I didn't read none of the later stuff. I read the early stuff, so he was serious, and he would make jokes like Spider-Man. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But he was never like the sexual overtones weren't. Is that the way they are in the comic books now?
Sounds like Matt is bothered. Matt's like, I can't get with this.
Yeah, he's definitely like this
man.
in comics for sure.
But is he like this now because of what Ryan Reynolds did to him, or is it? You know what I'm saying?
No, he was like this beforehand.
Yeah. I don't read that much Deadpool, but I've read some of the later ones, and he's actually
Like, what do you mean
close.
later? Like before the
Pretty close
original
to it.
Deadpool movie?
yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like the tissues are removable. So
That's funny statue.
this is before and after.
He's like, I can see how your Wolverine doll is very tasty.
And this is it without the Wolverine.
No, it needs the Wolverine.
Yeah, now you got him just in a weird pose where he's just
Yeah, it's just a weird Deadpool.
like he doing a John Cena. Dun, 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 dun.
Some Vader love.
Is this like the together, right? Like the bus slash thing behind it, or
I think they're making both of these. I think.
okay?
This is like the contemplation right here with his helmet, like the Was it Sideshow that made that one, the contemplation one where he's looking at his helmet? Kind of reminds me of that.
The only Vader that you need is that PCS bust.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
The OG mythos.
This is kind of from the scene where he's telling Luke, I'm your father.
Mm-hmm.
I love the base.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That I gotta have it with the helmet on. That unhelmet hair looking like the Rock when he got older. Can't see it. If you smell with the lightsabers slaying.
That's funny.
Yeah, for real. That unhelmet look like the Rock when he's older, bro. I am not no cap.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
pretty
too
good.
much. Yeah, that's a lot like contemplation. This is cool.
Some beginning sketches of Batman.
It's gonna be a. Oh, okay. There you go. I was about to say, is it gonna be a half one or full statue? It's a cool cape.
It looks like that Prime 1, the one that come with Justice Buster.
I thought this is dope. I like this a lot, actually.
Hey, your boy. Now, see, I know a lot of these, Matt. Only because of, I don't know.
That's
like
Brainiac, right? Is that Brainiac?
Yeah, Brainiac. Yeah.
Yeah, Constantine them are more like that dark, like him, and it's another dude too that Prime One made. Jarhead, what's the dude that Prime One made that's got like the red head and like a white outfit, but he's part of their Dark Blade too? Like, man, I can't know his name. I don't know none of their stuff. He's on that same group that Constantine's with.
Oh, Psycho Pirate.
I can't remember. I just know he's got like a red. I look him up. Go ahead. I'm finished the show. Let me look him up.
I don't know. This looks good. If they capture this is going to be really, really good. A lot of detail.
I like the Prime 1 Injustice Brainiac.
This light up on this is crazy.
Oh, his name's Dead Man. Jarhead.
Oh, Dead Man.
Yeah.
You got the color reversed then. He's got a white face, right? And then
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I said it back. This dude, man.
Yeah.
See, he's part of the dark group. See, I learned all that. Like, I don't do no DC, bro. Batman and
I like the portraits
know.
on this.
I think this came out really well.
Yeah, it did. I like the subtle grin portrait.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, both of them.
And this 112 too, right, Jarhead?
Yeah.
So anybody getting like the villains, they could put him with like their sideshow line.
And Cable. Hope.
XM did it better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this better. I like the costume better for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, but Hope's too comic-y.
No.
Here, the Hope is not that great, but I think he looks good. I don't like Hope on the XM one either, though. So
No, she looked like a doll, baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this gun.
We tried to tell him to fix it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, oh.
Jeez.
No, that's a gun. And then you
That's
got
the same size the gun Mystique holding.
yeah.
Bro, I don't know why, Matt, but lately I see statues, and no matter what they are, and it seems like I be wanting the head scope a little bigger. Because, like, the head is, look at the head and then look at the arm. It's like, I know, like, if you look at a human
It's the shoulder
body.
pads. It's the shoulder pads.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's right. Because if that ain't there, you'll see more of the connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
His head needs to be.
I mean, it looks
I
more
agree.
proportionate with as long as he's holding Hope.
Well, the only reason I'm saying that, Dad, because I'm telling y'all, some people like I had to have the WP guy talk to Eric, because when I had Archangel, his head was tiny, bro. I don't give a damn. His head was too. So when I sent it to my friend, I'm like, bro, just get ready. And then when he got it in hand, he was like, oh man, it's nice. He's like, yeah, but that head's tiny. Because when I had the XM Archangel, the body proportion was better. So that's why I was like, I'll just get the XM again. It's the only time a custom piece thing got overdone by a license. So
This is a crazy gun.
Yeah, see that when he's holding that, his head looks too small.
Yeah.
that's what I'm telling you about.
Nimrod's on the
I'll see
base
it.
too. I don't know if y'all see that.
Oh, that's what's melted.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
Nimrod.
that.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
How they gonna pull off the effect? Well, like, okay, like where the melted surrounding part is, that inside of it, like the grayish rust color. I wonder how they gonna pull that cutter configuration off.
I don't know. They probably put some like texture or something in there. I'm sure.
Yeah. Other than that, man, I like that cable.
Another big
I
ass
like
gun.
that. That
You
looks
think that'll
nice.
light up? You think that's a light up?
I think they just do it with paint probably. But I like this cable.
I mean, they could do a light up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless they do the head scope, they can do that to where they can just you put two of them LL44 batteries in it. Same thing Cyclops uses.
I mean, they can do it. I don't know if this will light up. You guys see it light up?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see it.
How she
Mhm.
lights up?
Yeah.
You got them little batteries in there, Matt? Them LL44s? Them little
What?
tiny ones that look like watch batteries. Which batteries going at them? Little tiny ones? They look
Nah,
like
man.
here, I'll get the Cyclops.
No, they're just that AAA's.
Oh,
AAA.
so you need no, I was talking about like these, man. Like in Cyclops on XM, you just use these. They're like LR44s that are super tiny. So these, if they did the cable, they can just put them in a little tiny one like that, like
They-
the ones that. So
Jarhead.
Yeah.
I sent him. I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
All right, so this next one is from a new custom group that's coming out. I talked to the commissioner today about it.
Okay.
He's got several things in the works right now. He just kind of wanted me to share this new dark side he's got coming out.
That looks amazing.
man, that's fire. He trying to come out banging. He's like, I'm new. Watch this. Hold my beer.
So this guy is really reputable in the community. He's been around the community for a long time. It's a new group, like I said, but he's been around the groups, and I know him. He's a good guy. It's quarter scale. It's going to be pre-order is going to open up next week for it. And then once the pre-order drops, you'll show more pictures.
This is their first statue.
This will be their first release.
Okay.
That's why I told you, Don. I said he coming out bang. He like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
I've been in the community a while. Hold my beer.
That's nice. You got a picture of the back?
No, this is like a teaser. When he drops the pre-order, I'll probably put everything up.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, but there's another.
It looks like
here.
the LBS dark side, except for he's sitting down here.
Yeah, I know. Prime One's coming out with one too, like on Throne, but I think I like this one better.
I do. I like this one better too.
So the faces are a little bit different on this one.
Are they going with more of the movie face though too on Prime One Jarhead? Where's this dude?
No, it's
Or
comic.
is this still?
comic book.
Oh, okay.
So he says if there's enough interest, he'll do 1/3 in this too. He also says there's a museum version of this coming out as well.
Better hurry up and drop it before LBS because they look alike. I feel like.
Yeah. And then there's another one that's coming out after this, like to go along with this. It's going to be a evil Supergirl. So he just wanted me to show the renders real fast.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about her either. I just know
Yeah,
her
I
name
don't
is
either.
Kara. I think she's the Kara chick.
You know why you don't know nothing about it? Because it's DC.
Yeah. Yeah. Say a lot of problems, man. If it ain't Batman, like what FBJ got in the back, or Harley, or Wonder Woman, the ones FBJ got, I don't know DC. DC used to stand for don't care, but FBJ on the panel, so I'm respecting my partner wishes. That would used to be in my
One second. He wanted me to show him. There's some more pictures of the statue.
Hey, FBJ, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but the other day I was talking to Diane. I was like, man, it be some times when you gonna get out the hobby, man. I'm like, bro, you know how hard it is to try to go freak yourself. All the X-Men statues all over, and then be like, so it's a waste, bro.
Yeah, man.
One second. I'm pulling up his messages. Hold on.
I wonder if there's more portraits for that piece.
One second. Sorry.
Oh, Jerry, you trying to look for something?
No, he sent me pictures of the statue.
Okay. Well,
He
good.
sent
Yeah,
me
y'all
pictures.
take your time. I gotta go do ice cream for 4 years. I'll be back, daddy duties.
All right, appreciate it. Here we go. Okay, see that?
Oh,
So that's the back of the base.
Wow.
that's nice.
See that lit up? That's hot.
Yeah, I hope it lights up. Yeah, I think it lights up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, FBJ,
Ooh.
doors open for
what
you
is
on
that?
this one.
So
Doors
he's
open for you
got,
on this one, baby.
Oh,
he's got a stand for
portrait
the
stand.
heads and everything too.
Jeez.
I like this light up
That's nice.
mask though, where it lights up on the side.
Yeah, this is real nice.
So another thing too, I'm not gonna say what he's got going, but this is gonna be top quality pieces, because it's gonna go through the same factories as XM and Prime One. So
Really? Okay.
Yeah. so the quality should be there.
That means this thing gonna cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice.
Pair this up with that evil Supergirl, man.
Yeah, the bases I think are going to be similar. I think it's supposed to be paired with it.
Yeah.
It looks like it has a big
Okay,
footprint,
hi.
though.
Oh, that's the full. Dang, that's fire, man. That's man. I'm about to get my first DCP. No, I'm just playing.
He's about to get me hyped just now.
Yeah, that's nice though, man. Tell them that's nice, Joe. Whoever the homie is. That's nice, bro.
Yeah,
And that's coming from a non-DC collector, so you know that's nice.
The only thing that I wish on this piece is he was doing the Omega beams, like even like the eyes glowing
Flare out.
red, like flaring
Flare
out a
the
little
eyes
bit.
or
Like,
something.
yeah,
I wonder if he could try to get like the little plastic one, the resin that don't
Might see that
bend a
in
lot,
the
like it's
museum.
real easy. But I'm saying
Might
even
see
on
that
this
in
one
the
though, Matt,
museum.
because he's sitting down. See, like this portrait right here, Matt. You know how they got that little what's them joints? Them people. A lot of people do it on the Storm. Like you can go on eBay, man, and it's like the little lightning bolts, but they plasticky. See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then people just be sitting them in the Storm base, Diane. You know, like that. He can get
Yeah.
that and just get somewhere to put them in the.
This
Or if
is
not, that's
a-
all I do. Just go get like some red lightning bolts. Go
this
ahead,
is
Joe.
Yeah.
like a more classic portrait, I guess. This is kind of like a newer looking.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that newer one better though. That
Yeah.
newer one go hard.
Yeah, I love the portraits.
This is kind of a different face where he's angry, I
So
guess.
that's the third one then, right?
Yeah, there's 3 heads.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I can tell.
So
Well,
you
one
got
of them has
this
a light
one.
up helmet. Looks like,
Yeah,
right?
I like the light up helmet one.
That newest one.
Yeah, that one is nice.
That one with the light up the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So if-
assuming that the
If
arms
anybody's
should be-
interested in picking the statue up, the pre-order comes out next week. Message me and I will get you in contact with who you need to get contact with for this piece.
That's nice though.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
posted with the mother box.
I like what you just showed.
Yeah.
I like the stand for the mother box.
Yeah, agreed.
So pre-order for this will drop next week. But yeah,
So the same company that's doing this is doing the Dark Supergirl, or no? It's just 2 separate.
yeah, it's the Dark Supergirl.
But it's
So-
still this is further along in the
Okay,
process
okay.
than the other one, than the Supergirl. You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
If anybody's interested in that statue, just hit me up and I'll direct you to the right people. That's pretty much the show for today. That was all the pictures. That was actually almost 200 pictures, believe it or not. Real quick, Dion, you got anything going on today or
No, I'm just
anything coming up?
watching this tracking number like a hawk.
Is it moving?
All I got going on.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean today is Sunday, so but it stopped moving like Thursday, so it had me worried.
Yeah.
But tomorrow will tell the tale, I think. Other than that, that's all I got, man. Just waiting on the tracking number.
What about you, Matt? Got anything?
No, I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I just put up a couple of old Frazetta prints. I've had the prints for a long time. I finally framed them and hung them on the wall. That's about it. I'll take some pics and post it in the Facebook group. Well,
FPJ,
they're
what about you?
not
How you
custom;
doing?
they're licensed.
Got you.
Well, after this, me and my 2 kids were gonna go watch some anime because we watch anime together, and we have a couple of ones. They watch stuff on their own, but we have like 3 or 4 that we watch together. We're kind of behind on a couple, so we're like, all right, man, today we're gonna knock some of them episodes out. So, gonna watch some anime after this.
What's the name of the shows, if I may ask?
One of them was Tokyo Ghoul. We have like a couple episodes on that one left. The other one's My Hero Academia because my older daughter, she's a huge fan. She really loves that one. So we got to knock that off. And my younger one, she loves Spy Family. But we all watch that together. Yeah, and a couple other ones. Attack on Titan. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because my younger one, she was like, "When are we gonna finish?" We have like I think 8 episodes left. So, but we have like I said, those 4 or 5, like because we watch different ones at different times. Like because one was on a different hiatus and waiting for more to come back. So I'm sure when we get down there, they'll tell me which of the 4 or 5 we're gonna watch. It'll probably be Attack on Titan, most likely. But yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
What about
Anime.
you, X-Men Exclusives? Got anything coming up? Got anything coming in? What are you doing today? Rest of the day?
One thing I got coming in is WP's Bishop, and like I was telling y'all earlier, Juggernaut took me a year to track down Diane. This dude hit me up and was like, "Bro, I know you wanted the WP Juggernaut," and so I had knocked him out in July last month. But that's about it, man. I got 2 coming in, and then like I say, I was supposed to be taking me a break. So probably after this show, I'm really gonna go in hiatus. I'm like, I already talked to Diane, like no Facebook, no Messenger, like, and I don't even be no peer pressure. Just take me a break, man. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been promoting for everybody, like Thor, DCX. I was like, let's get to 1,000. I was putting them on Facebook. XM actually sent me a shirt, man. That's why I got the XM shirt on one of my Facebook because I was promoting so much. They was like, here, that's when the Brian dude was there. So yeah, I was a promoting junkie back then, man. I would just be blasting everybody's Prime 1, DBZ, all that. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a break after the day, man.
When you walk on your doorstep, man, you're gonna see a FedEx package. You're gonna rip it open. You're gonna see a burner phone on there with some pictures and stuff like that. Like you break. Take a look at these.
Yeah,
Preloaded.
Enabler.
Yeah, Joe
Enabler.
ahead and text with me, so you know what I'm saying? Anything, I'm like,
Like, we ain't done with you yet.
I appreciate you guys showing up today, talking some customs and looking at pictures of customs. So, like I said, you guys are always welcome on. If you guys want to come on or whatever, you're more than welcome. Everybody in the chat, thank y'all for stopping by. Always love talking customs and statues with everybody. So,
yes, sir.
until we meet again, I appreciate everybody. Thank you
Thank you. Bye,
for
everyone.
showing up.